kita lepas makan je, saya punya energi pun kurang sikit sebab bila dah makan kita punya tenaga semua pergi ke penghadaman. So that's why I decided kita buat interaktif sikit. Saya akan banyak soal, tanya soalan kepada you juga di samping bercakap lah. Okay? Alright, semua boleh? No problem. Okay. So, topik yang saya diberikan adalah tentang management plan. Jadi saya fikir, okay, management plan. Adakah semua orang faham apa itu management plan? Mungkin jawapan dia, ya. But, I nak test sikit, that's all. So, I nak test sikit you punya understanding of what's management plan. That's why saya punya tajuk, what you've always wanted to know, but were afraid to ask. Sebab mungkin kadang-kadang soalan tu basic sangat. Kita tak berani tanya soalan, bukan sebab soalan tu rumit, sebab soalan terlalu simple, takut nanti orang tanya, orang kata, apalah, ini pun tak tahu. So, I tanya soalan itu on your behalf lah, lebih kurang. Okay. Oh, itu bukan dia. Okay. First of all, disclaimer. My apologies to Woody Allen. Kenapa Woody Allen? Why? Because topik ni I ambil daripada one of his movies. Okay. But, don't worry, this is not an X-rated movie. It's an educational but very funny movie. Kalau you nak tengok, I ada DVD, boleh pinjam kat you. Okay. So first of all, just on the title tu, I pinjam dari dia, sorry. But my presentation is not as funny as this movie lah. Okay. But hopefully you will learn something. Okay. Okay, what is a management plan? I told you, saya punya soalan memang amat basic. So what is a management plan? Adakah semua yakin what's the management plan? Angkat tangan. What's the management plan? Semua tak berani nak cakap lah. Because ada tanya macam tu, dia semua orang pun tak mengaku bahawa dia tahu apa management plan dah sekarang. Okay. Kalau dia punya more technical definition is a document that sets out the strategies and actions needed to meet your tactical area objective. Okay. Simple, right? And then it also will detail about the resources, facilities, kaki tangan, personnel yang diperlukan. Okay, that is in a nutshell is a PM management plan lah. Or, to make it more basic, if I'm a park manager, jawapan yang ringkas bagi saya adalah document that I refer to when I need guidance or to manage PA. Simple, right? It's to help you manage the park. Okay? But how many actually look at the management plan on a day-to-day basis? Itu satu soalan lah. Or, for some people, maybe something that looks good on my bookshelf. Macam ni lah. Posing tepi bookshelf kan. Nampak best lah the management plan. Okay. I hope you're not like that lah. Okay. Is it necessary to have management plan? Sekarang nak tanya soalan. You kena jawab. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Ada soalan, ada jawapan yang lain? Ada yang kata no? Is it necessary or not? Semua kata yes. Okay. Depends on your point of view. My simple answer is no. Kenapa no? For most PAs in Malaysia, there is no legal requirement. You check balik you punya enactment. Ada tak mention kena ada management plan? Right? And I know lah, because I've been speaking to government people long time. Kalau tak ada dalam law, tak payah buat lah. Right? Is it in the law? Oh, no, tak payah buat. Okay. Okay, so just to prove that I bukan cakap kosong lah. So I look through most of the enactment. Most do not require management plan. Tapi I think previously our friend from the forestry department, he mentioned that for foresters, they have management plan. Yes, true. But I put question mark there and I put the note there. Most, for Peninsular Malaysia, you need to have a state forest management plan. Or you have the management plan for the logging concession. Okay? But they did not specify a management plan for protected area. Okay? So that's why just a little nota there. Okay. So itu jawapan dia. Kenapa pergi backward pula? Okay. Tadi the short answer is no. But Malaysia is a signatory of the CBD. Okay, Mr. Nagu can vouch for me. So, if you are CBD signatory, you still need to follow international law. Betul. So, having a management plan is best practice. Okay? And especially for the World Heritage Convention. So you nak jadi World Heritage Site, you kena ada management plan. That's a must. Kalau tak ada, you kata you balik dulu lah. You balik buat management plan, jumpa I nanti. Okay? Don't even think about applying kalau tak ada management plan. I think our friends from Sabah, Sarawak, from Mulu and Kinabalu, they can back me up on that. Okay, I'm going to use South Africa as a case study. Why? Because I think that their legislation is very good. So the act that I'm referring to is the National Environmental Management Protected Areas Act 2003 of South Africa. Management authority assigned must submit a management plan. Must. Okay, not may, but must. So in South Africa, you have to do a management plan. No way around it. And not only that, in South Africa, your management plan is available for download on the website. Okay? That means you and I boleh pergi website, download the management plan, and then check are they following the management plan or not. That's how transparent they are. Okay? Not like kalau kat Malaysia management plan ada on the in the director's office. Kalau you nak tengok, you kena jumpa dia dulu lah. This one you kena download. You can download from the website. Who should prepare the management plan? Okay, I nak tanya sikit lagi. Siapa yang patut prepare management plan? Kerajaan. Okay. Ada soalan, ada jawapan yang lain? Siapa yang patut prepare management plan? Ya? Yeah? The organisation, the management authority. Or consultant? Consultant, okay. Let's say consultant. What is the problem kalau kita hire consultant? Okay, first of all, I'm also consultant now. Just to. Okay, ini akan jadi. This is what happens. Klien kata dia nak macam ni. You ada klien lah, you ada PA authority. Kata I nak buat swing, buat macam ni. Okay? The consultant, dia dengar you cakap, but he's thinking like this. Okay? And then when he bill you, dia dah bill, dia punya bill very high. Okay? Dia nak buat roller coaster terus. Tapi, actually what you really need is like this only. Tak payah complicated. Okay? That's the problem with consultant because they may not really understand what you want. Okay? Okay, so maybe it's the park management that should prepare the management plan because you are the manager. Okay? So you know best what you need in a protected area. Okay? Or a combination of the above. Mungkin. Because park manager, yalah, he is only human. He cannot be expert everything. So maybe certain things you still get the consultant. But mungkin yang overall development management plan tu masih perlukan the park management authority yang sediakan. Okay. And what is the process for preparing a management plan? Is it up to the consultant? Kita bayar you fikir lah. Pasal apa? I kena beritahu pula macam mana nak buat dia. Maybe. Or is it up to the PA manager? You define. Sometimes in the TOR, maybe the tender document mungkin 10 muka surat. All the detailed process. Yeah, mungkin. Okay. There's no right or wrong answer. Okay. Or maybe in some cases in accordance with the legislation. Again, I refer to South Africa. Actually, this act is quite detailed. I just pull out some of the more relevant ones. Okay. So in the case of South Africa, within 12 months, they tell you how long you need. So you cannot say maybe next year tak boleh. Once you have a new park, within 12 months, you're going to prepare. And you must consult municipalities. Okay, municipalities, that means your pihak berkuasa tempatan, organs of state, local communities. So by law, you must consult local communities. Tak boleh, maybe lah tengoklah kalau ada masa kita, tak boleh. You must consult. And take into account any integrated development plan. So that means that you tak ada yang bercanggah dengan plan-plan pembangunan yang sedia ada. It must be consistent. Okay. Can you guess which case study I'm going to use again? South Africa lah. Okay. So South Africa, very detailed. Okay. The management plan must have biodiversity management plan. It must have the policy framework, planning measures, control and performance criteria, implementation and costing, procedures for public participation, and including local community, and then implementation of this community-based natural resource management zoning. So terperinci. Okay. So when you are giving the job to the consultant pun dia kena ikut lah, because it's in the law. Okay. How detailed should a management plan be? Okay. I belum kacau belah ni lagi, nak tanya Fazul pula. Okay. Roughly berapa muka surat patut ada?
Muka surat 50.
50. Okay. So, jawapan pertama.
60 siapa cover?
60 pun boleh. Okay. You sir.
120.
120 double Fazul punya management plan. Siapa lagi nak tanya? Peggy. How thick should be the management plan? How many pages?
15.
15. Okay. 15. Right? So senang nak implement lah. 15 saja. Okay? Yeah, there's no right or wrong. Okay? No right or wrong. Okay? Okay, so one option is contain as much detail as possible. Okay? So in one of the workshops, ada seorang stakeholder from a research institution. I won't mention which research institution lah. Okay? He was reviewing the management plan yang kita edarkan. Dia kata, why so thin? Where is all the listing of the fauna and flora? Okay, so is a management plan supposed to include all that? Or should that be in a separate database? Okay, of course kalau you letak all the species of plant and bird and whatever, snail or whatever, tebal lah kan? But is that really relevant for the manager? Penat saja nak buka, tak tahu nak cari maklumat susah sebab banyak sangat appendix. Okay. Or should it be as simple as possible, macam Peggy, 15 pages? Because you know why? Too many things pun tak boleh implement, right? You have 150 action plan apa semua, tapi you boleh implement 10 saja. So why not you just ada 10? Then you can have 100% implementation, yeah, maybe, or maybe somewhere in between lah. Okay, not too thin, not too thick. Okay. I was given advice on giving speech, right? And this advice I got from Tan Sri Saleh actually. Tan Sri Saleh Muhammad Noor, your former DG. Okay, he told me, when you're making a speech, it's like miniskirt. Why? Because it must be long enough to cover all the vital parts, but short enough to be interesting. So maybe management plan pun must be like that lah. Okay, there are guidelines. Okay, you can get the information. This is one of the most important guidance by WSPA. WSPA is the World dah lupa, kena tanya Dr. Amran lah. World Commission of Protected Areas. One of the authors is Lee Thomas. Okay, Lee Thomas actually in my team on the PA management plan formulation for Belum, Taman Negara and Narumpin. Okay, so he's been around for some time lah kan. Okay, so these are some of the criteria for management plan. Okay, clear and accessible. Kita kena faham lah, kita kena maklumat dia kena jelas. Concise and comprehensive. No longer than is absolutely necessary. Jangan saja-saja nak bagi tebal just to short sendiri. No, must be relevant. Accurate and objective, yeah, kena ada target, kena clear, systematic and logical, acceptable and motivating. Oh, interesting, motivating. That means bila you pick up that document, you baca, oh, I nak buat lah benda ni. Yeah? Not, alamak, tak mau lah, susah sangat lah. Precise and practical, focus and effective. See, these are the good criteria for a management plan. Must the PA be managed according to the management plan? Okay, having a management plan is one thing, but you have to follow it or not? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Yes. No. Sometimes. I think most times, sometimes. You know why? Because the part that we like, we follow. The part we don't like, we don't follow. Ada tak? Right? Oh, dia kata kita kena build chalet. Oh, good. Kita build. Tapi the part yang kata have to allocate certain amount for enforcement, alamak, leceh sikit lah, you know. So, is that the right thing to do, or should we follow? Okay. Again, South Africa lagi. The management authority, okay, must, again, dia pakai must, manage the area exclusively for the purpose of which it was declared and in according with management plan. Oh, South Africa. They detail it out lah. Okay, so that is in terms of the implementation and who should approve it. What's the process? Park manager? Should the park manager be the one approve? That means you are the one implementing tapi you approve the plan. Is that a good process? No? Or it should be the director? Kan? Director, right? Because that's the boss. You help, you prepare tapi boss yang approve. Or she even be higher, minister. Mungkin. But whether the minister have the time or not. Kan? But of course, in reality, kalau minister approve, is on the advice of the director lah kan? Usually. Or no need for approval. Okay? So, when the auditor from the UNESCO comes over, okay, has the plan been approved? Oh, yeah. Where's the proof? Okay. That is something that we have to think about. So South Africa again, management plans may include subsidiary plans, and the minister or MEC. MEC is a member of the executive council of the relevant province, could be state minister in our case, may approve the management plan or any subsidy plan in whole or in part. So in South Africa is the minister lah. Okay. And what happens if the management plan is not implemented? Will that happen? Somebody's head will roll. That means somebody is going to get fired lah kan? Fired ke, transferred or demoted or something will happen lah. Or nothing, life goes on. Tak apa, no problem. Okay, South Africa again. If management authority or protected area is not performing or is underperforming, the minister will notify the authority in writing and direct the authority to take corrective steps. Okay, so there's a monitoring element juga. So you have to implement. Kalau tidak, the minister will write to you. Wah, not every day you get letter from minister kan? Mesti takutnya. And then if the authority fails to take the correct steps, minister may terminate the management authority's mandate and assign another organ of state. That's serious. That's serious stuff. So let's say Kinabalu Park, for whatever reason, doesn't follow the management plan. Next day, minister kata, okay lah, I bagi your park to forestry lah. That's what happens in South Africa. I don't know whether it has happened or not. But, of course, when something like that is in the law, you have to make sure that you do lah. Right? Otherwise, this year you have 10 parks, next year 8. After that, lama-lama habis lah semua. Given to other agencies. Okay? Okay, other case studies. Australia and New Zealand, similar situation. Okay. Required by legislation to produce a PA management plan. Plan must be prepared as soon as practicable. Okay, they don't mention the timeline, but it says as soon as practicable. Okay, so I guess you still need you to use some judgment lah. Kalau practicable, takkanlah sampai 10 tahun, 20 tahun kan. So maybe you'll be between 1 to 5 years maybe. And it also outline time frames and process, formal public consultation, content, approval, duration plan, compliance, dan lain-lain lagi lah. I didn't list out everything. And in the Australian and New Zealand scenario, they are advised to use in-house staff. Usually there will be designated planning staff. Okay, and at times you can use contractors for specific or specialized planning work, such as site design, because that one you need architectural drawing and so on. Okay. So actually that's pretty much it. Very simple. Summary. So in conclusion, in Malaysia, the management plan for PAs are still a nice to do rather than a must do. Okay. Second thing is that there is much scope for legal provisions. Okay. So it's not necessary that you have to detail everything out in the legislation. Okay, I think that the South African case study is interesting, but it might not be necessarily the way that we want. Okay, because dia banyak detail. Okay, so but we are starting from zero. We are in our law doesn't even mention management plan. South Africa will be the extreme case where they detail out everything. Okay, but I think there is scope to at least have certain provisions. For example, at least say you must have a management plan. Then the process will start. Okay. And I think the PA managers in South Africa have a tough job. So I think we are lucky because in Malaysia there's still a lot of flexibility. But I think a park manager in you're a park manager in Africa, it must be a stressful job because you have to look at the law all the time. Something goes wrong or you don't do your job, you can even lose the park. So that's very serious. So that's it. Thanks. I think questions maybe later, but I'll hand it back to you, Mr. Nagu.